Hey man, what it is, this is Deem and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. I appreciate every single body who has ever supported and has continued to support my channel, who's been rocking with me, sending all good praises, even the negativity. Just want to say I appreciate every last single one of y'all. But dealing with them a lot in my own personal life, and not just all negative, a lot of positive also. But when you're moving up in life, some negative come with it. When you becoming a factor, when you becoming somebody here, when you becoming somebody people listen to, um, it also comes with other things when it comes to that. And you got to be prepared for that and understand that. And it makes me want to make this video today because I've been falling back. Y'all notice I ain't been posting. Usually I'll give you 3, 4 videos a day, some shorts. I might go live. I'll be very, very active. I'm on all the panels and everything like that. But going into 2024, I realized it's time for something new. I'm starting to make a wave my own, focus more on my own channel, trying to really build this up and make it something that I know it need to be, because a lot of people follow me for my boxing takes and things like that. But my most popular videos have nothing to do with boxing at all. Like, and the ones that do, they don't even have nothing to do with the main boxers that you hear me talk about on a normal basis. So it's just giving me some perspective and for what my voice does out here, and that people want to hear me talk about other things other than battle rap and sports and stuff that's important, and boxing and things like that. Stuff that is important, but not as important as some of the other things that I may talk about. And that's going into this video today. I want to tell Katt Williams thank you for what he did, because what he did was shake up the culture. You got a lot of people, a lot of celebrities trying to come out and crap on him, and they was crapping on him when he prior to him doing that interview, and was saying a lot of things, and it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. See, this is the thing about life, man. There's certain people like myself, like a Katt Williams, we don't care. And what I mean by that is I have no fear of anything and no one. Like, let me say that to y'all again. If you don't know me, anybody who knows me personally that's listening to this, they're laughing because they know that this is true. But if you don't know me, I fear nothing. I fear God. I fear my daughters growing up to be hoes. That's something I fear. Another man, I don't fear that. For reasons I don't want to get into why I don't fear that. But I don't fear nothing. I don't fear what people say. I could care less. That's why if y'all noticed in my videos, you look in the comments, you see me respond to mostly everything. I don't shy away from nothing. I'm with all the smoke. People know I dare you to make a video on me. You already know that's not going to go well for nobody. I won't stop. I don't care, because I stand on truth. And I just want to say thank you to Katt Williams, because now that you see that he talking about the truth, his truth, and a lot of receipts are coming out. And Katt Williams always been one of my favorites, so I ain't one of the people that's jumping on the bandwagon. There ain't been one special that he talked about that I have not seen. I've been rocking with Katt Williams prior to him being Money Mike and all that, from Comic View and things like that. You got to understand. So, I wasn't just introduced to Katt Williams yesterday. And I just want to say thank you, because Shannon Sharpe has one of the biggest podcasts in the world. And for these celebrities to sit up there and try to say how irrelevant that Katt Williams is, Shannon Sharpe has one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Not just in black segments, not just Club Shay Shay is doing some major things, and it hasn't even been out that long. So the reason why I'm saying it's one of the biggest podcasts in the world is because I gotta project and see where I think things are even going. So it's already a major, major podcast now. Where would it just started? Where would it be at 5 years from now? Y'all get what I'm saying? Um, could you imagine Katt Williams' next interview on there? Y'all get what I'm saying? Um, and for him to go on there and have the most popular, I looked, I did the research. For him to have the best video on Club Shay Shay, it says a lot. That's something else Katt Williams can hold over these guys that try to say that he's not who he is and all of these things. The Was Katt doing drugs and all that? I don't really care about that part. He's a grown man. He does what he does. He make enough money. See, You can't talk about what Katt Williams does if you ain't got more bread than him to talk about what he does. So I can't judge no man on that. Whatever he does and don't do on his personal time is his personal time. But one thing that I know about Katt Williams is he a hard worker. And I'm waiting for somebody to say that he lied. I'm waiting for somebody to sit up there and say that he has lied yet, and nobody. I mean, you had Cedric come out there and say that he that wasn't true, but then people show the receipts, and his response wasn't even in a way of somebody you would think that was telling the truth. If I had to go off of who I believed, I would say that I believe Katt Williams over Cedric Entertainer. That's just me. I grew up watching Mr. Cooper. I know that he's not lying about Steve Harvey taking the whole um, script and whole game plan from um, Mark Curry and the whole nine. Like, I watched Mr. Cooper growing up. I actually know that that's a fact. There's certain things that I don't have to do research on because I lived it. I actually lived it, so I don't have to do a research on it. That is a fact. Mr. Cooper was before that, then the Steve Harvey show came out after that, and it basically was the same concept. It was. For years, we did think that Steve Harvey had the best shape up. I know I was shocked when I was basically a young adult when I found out that he had a hair piece that wasn't actually his hairline up and he was bald the whole time. I was shocked. Um, a lot of the things that he was saying was just honest, just was true, yo. It just is what it is, and I just want to tell Katt Williams thank you because he changed me in a way. You never be scared to tell the truth, yo. On any type level, man, never be scared to tell the truth because it's truth gonna stand. And this is why I do what I do. Um, I'm even starting to realize what things that I go through and how big my voice is and how many people disagree and how many people do agree. But what it's showing me is that it need to be said, though. Whether somebody agrees or disagrees, it's showing me that it need to be said. The same way Katt Williams interview, it needed to be said. Because I guarantee you, the things people was doing before, they're going to be much more calculated than what they do now. They could say what they want, but they heard them. They heard them so much that they had to respond to them. When somebody has to respond to you, they heard you. That means you're actually doing your job. Because that means that it got powerful enough that it got back to people that thought that they was bigger than you. But clearly they aren't because he had those same people on there and it doesn't do as well. I've watched all the Katt Williams specials. All the people he said he has more specials than, that is the truth. The people that he said doesn't have specials in 10 to 15 years, that is the truth. I haven't seen it. Have you? The people that he said not movie stars and didn't, like, that is just the truth. I could sit up there and act like it wasn't. I could sit up there and try to erase the last 20 years of my memory. But if I'm being honest, nothing he said I could really argue on. Forget just what he said. What my own knowledge from what I have seen, what I have experienced. Have I seen something to say that that man is lying? I haven't. I haven't. He told y'all that it's 7 different people that thing applied to, as far as being able to get a fair-skinned woman that don't say too much and play the background. And then somebody, even, this is a thing about the internet nowadays, somebody then posted all the people that they think that he was talking about. At least 5 of them in there was in there, and that did apply to them. Like, it just is what it is, you know. And I'm just one of the people that I respect somebody who's fearless. I respect somebody who's going to stand on what they believe in. I respect somebody who um, stands on business, as people like to say, because that's something that I have always been known for, and that's something that's all I'm going to do 2024, y'all. You know, that's why I've been falling back. I've been getting my thoughts together, thinking about how I'm going to attack 2024 because I realized how much I grew in only 2 months. And that wasn't even with all the amenities. Could you imagine if I had my camera on, the background, the whole nine? Like, I already know where I would be even further, a lot further than most people ever dreamed about starting off the way I started off. Because to be for real, y'all, if y'all knew how hard it was for me to even make these videos and find the time to do it and the whole nine, you would respect it that much more. I promise you, you would. You would respect it that much more because I'm not doing it just to get to 1,000 views so I can get a check from it and all that. I'm doing that because I'm doing this because I know I got a voice in things that I say that people want to hear because I'm going to speak on things that people really are scared to touch on and they're not going to talk about. And I'm going to give you an honest opinion, never coming from hate and never coming from vitriol because I have none of that in my heart. You got to understand this, y'all. I got 3 beautiful daughters, man. that's going to carry on my legacy. Maybe have more children one day. Like a lot of people say they got beautiful kids and all that. That's all good. I think you do. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to you. I know I got three beautiful daughters. You understand what I'm saying? And who love me dearly. Um, I'm not doing bad for myself. You know, I don't tell everybody everything I got going on because everybody don't need to know everything that you got on going on. But I'm not sitting in misery or any of those things. I got very, very good, loyal friends that are close to me. My circle is not super big, but the ones I got around me are straight dogs and lions and bears and tigers and every other thing that you wouldn't want to be caught in a dark alley with. Um, those are the things that I'm grateful for. You know, I've done the street things. I've been in the street life. I've had plenty of money from doing things that I probably shouldn't have been doing. All the girls, I've never not got girls. That's not me tooting my own horn. That's me being honest. That see, you can't even speak honest, and people, you know what I'm saying? Like girls I grew up with will be listening to this and say that that's the truth. I never. It didn't matter what age I was. I never was the boy that didn't. Some of the girls in the classroom didn't like. Like I never was that. And I'm talking about the pretty girls too, the prettiest girls in our class, not just, you know, whatever. These is my life experiences. So there's nothing besides money. There's nothing that no other man has that I want. I can never want to be you. If you're under 6 foot, why would I want to be you? If you overweight, why would I want to be you? Unless we talking about some bread, you have nothing. I'm chocolate. I got a great smile. I got a great personality. Um, very charismatic, witty, things like that. That you know only my parents could have blessed me with. So when we talk about from just who I am as a person, um, there's nothing that I could want from another man. Not including, also including how females look at me and how I deal with them inside the bedroom and other things like that. I'm very proud of myself. I know where I stand as far as that. It ain't too many women that haven't told me that I am top dog or close to it in their life as far as when it comes to that. So, like I said, besides monetary, there's nothing that no other man could ever have that I want. And I'll never sell my soul for it though, because it's really not worth it. To be honest, a Benz and a patio, you know what I'm saying, is not and finger food is not really worth it to have a butler and all of this shit. Yeah, that shit is cool for 6, 7 months until you get used to it. It's like kids on Christmas. No matter how fly, you could buy a kid a PS5. I guarantee you, after 5, 6 months, he won't play it as much as he did when he first got it. It's just the truth. So I just appreciate Katt Williams for standing on business, for standing on truth, for putting something out there that people really need to hear. Because y'all see, when you stand on truth and you put things out there that people need to hear, you see the reaction because there's not enough truth out there. People are shocked that he said these things. These are things I already believed in and probably knew of prior to whoever's. Like, I'm surprised that y'all are surprised by these things. Like, did you not see all of these male comics and dresses for the last 25 years? Did you not see it? Or was your eyes closed? I've been seeing this. I'm just saying, it's the reason. I don't have nothing against homosexual people. The problem I have something against is when you are pushing an agenda to make everybody be so homosexual, or to push that this is the way everybody should be living their life. It is not. Don't force anything on anybody. Why do you want a black man in a dress so bad? Like, why is that a requirement? That's my problem. My problem is the fact that it seems like to be that it has to be a requirement for you to go further. It can't just be for comedy as it was supposed to be. That's my problem. Because you're not asking homosexual comics to do this. Have you noticed that? Or are they? Like Katt Williams said, a lot of these guys, I'd like, listen here, man. I'm gonna tell you something I know about life. And I don't care how nobody feels about this or whatever. The greatest trick the devil ever told was making you think that he didn't exist. And I'm gonna say that to you again. The greatest trick that the devil ever did was trying to make you think that he did not exist. You think that you hear about all this stuff that goes on in Hollywood, that goes on in prisons, that goes on in the streets, and none of it's true? Just be real with yourself. You think people that play with millions of dollars are on the line. You worked before. You know people abuse their power. You think people not going to abuse their power that really got power? I want you to think about that. Do you think people who really got power won't abuse it? When you probably in your own life, probably even staying with your mom, somebody like that, staying with your aunt or some whatever. They've had power over you and abused that you may have felt like. So do you think people with and millions, like The Rock says, will have power and not abuse it on certain avenues and on certain circumstances? You're out your goddamn mind if you think that. So there ain't nothing. Katt Williams ain't say nothing that surprised me, not even a little bit. He ain't tell me nothing that I did not know. He didn't tell me nothing that shocked me. He just confirmed everything that I already thought, that I already know. Because it only makes sense. It's only been on human behavior. I haven't seen it in any other aspect of human behavior in my lifetime. So I'm supposed to believe it changes when more money is involved, more clout is involved, more fame is involved. I would never believe that. You can believe that. That's on you. I know how dudes in the street act when they feel like they're getting more money than everybody else. You want me to believe? I know how the dude around the corner act when he got 20 bands on him. You want me to believe people? Oh, all right. Okay. Right. I got it. I hear you. I know what it is. And any logical adult understands what it is too. Don't go in those type of businesses if you don't want to deal with these type of things, because these are things you will have to deal with. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you don't want to deal with people giving you passes that you don't really want, if you don't want to be put in positions that your integrity is on the line, understand the more money you make, the more your integrity will be on the line. I'm gonna say this to you again: the more money you make, the more your integrity will be on the line. That is just a fact. When we don't have to go into a 2-hour interview. We can break it down just that simple. What he is trying to say is a lot of these guys who act like they won't will, and the more money that you make, the more opportunity that you receive, the more your integrity is on the line. Especially when you are a black man. Not saying that it's not this way for other races, because I know that they do the same thing to other races, just maybe not as so much from a self-pride aspect, but definitely in other ways. I understand that. But especially when you're a black man, the more money you make, the more your integrity and who you stand by and what you stand for will be on the line. Y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. And I'll holla at y'all.